I think the situation is very tricky. The U.S.-China tension basically will drag on for weeks or even months in the future. So it has somehow affected the investors' positioning in the stock market. As we've seen the TikTok case, it has already have a very strong impact on the tech stock segment in the Hong Kong and China Stock Exchange. In these 2 days, even the Hong Kong Stock Exchange is being under pressure, because there has been some, countermeasures adopted by the U.S. government against the Hong Kong, certain entities for the time being. But for the trade talks matters, I think what I would reckon is that Chinese government will still buying a lot of agricultural products from China from the U.S. But talking about other aspects, because of liquidity measures, I think it will be difficult, for the Chinese government to match what it has, stated. It has been stated on the trade deal, during January this year. So I think the situation will be rather tricky and will be rather, negative
Yeah.
from my point of view.
Ronald, it seems to be getting trickier literally by the minute here. Just as we were speaking, President Trump now in a letter to U.S. congressional leaders says he is also banning any transactions starting in 45 days with the messenger app WeChat's owner, Tencent. So here issuing an executive order on addressing the threat posed by WeChat. There was some speculation that WeChat could be next in line, but the reality is that China is limited in terms of retaliation that they can put on U.S. tech firms, which largely don't operate in China in many ways, especially the social media firms, that is. So that's what makes me wonder is, would they go as far to say, okay, we're going to stop adhering to our end of the trade bargain?
We talk about WeChat. WeChat is a main communication software developed by the Chinese user. Well, if U.S. government is going to ban WeChat in the state, we need to observe whether that will be followed by other countries, step by step. And this is rather important things to observe, for the time being. If we bring in technology, aspect and technology, tension between two countries into the trade talks, in next week, I think it will be really difficult for both countries to reach a compromise or reach a consensus. It means that next week's meeting will be basically be meaningless, in the point of from the investor's point of view. So basically, I think what we need to observe right now is how that executive order with that happen, will impact on other tech stocks. It will create a general impact on the Hong Kong stock market because the tech boom, basically has supported the Chinese market and the Hong Kong market in the past few weeks or even months. If that is going to change, I think the market definitely will feel some sort of liquidity and downward pressure.